ดีท่านผู้เข้าร่วมงาน LabTheater ทุกท่านนะคะวันนี้ขอต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่งาน Pharma and Cosmetic Lab นะคะในวันนี้นะคะเราได้รับเกียรตินะคะจากอาจารย์หันษามหามงคลนะคะจะเป็นผู้ดำเนินรายการให้เรานะคะอาจารย์มีประสบการณ์ด้านนี้โดยตรงนะคะมามากกว่า15ปีแล้วนะคะแล้วก็ได้รับปริญญาตรีนะคะจากจุฬาลงกรณ์มหาวิทยาลัยนะคะแล้วก็มีไปฝึกงานแล้วก็รับปริญญาโทจาก Long Island University นิวยอร์กนะคะขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับอาจารย์หันษาด้วยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะสวัสดีค่ะทุกท่านนะคะวันนี้ก็รับหน้าที่เป็น moderator นะคะในหัวข้อแรกวันนี้นะคะเราได้รับเกียรติจากคุณลิลลี่แลนด์นะคะซึ่งเป็น research analyst นะคะจาก Euromonitor International นะคะก็ขอแนะนำคุณลิลลี่แลนด์เป็นภาษาอังกฤษนิดนึงนะคะก็ her professional work includes qualitative and quantitative research on various consumer goods and service industry. With her focus in Australasia, she enjoys monitoring both domestic and international developments, particularly in fresh food, drinks, beauty and personal care and travel industries. Her keynote address will be on transforming beauty through diversity. Please welcome Lily Lam on stage. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lily Lam from Euromonitor International. This presentation is Transforming Beauty through Diversity. Just before we start, a bit of background for those unfamiliar. Euromonitor is a world-leading provider of market intelligence for a wide range of consumer goods industries, including beauty and personal care. We have a global presence with 12 offices around the world and over 800 analysts in 80 countries. Also at Euromonitor, we have an extensive database of information on consumers and economies, as well as a consulting team to meet our clients' custom research needs. In case you don't recognise the accent, I'm from the Sydney office in Australia. This presentation will cover the global context, key demand factors behind diversity, how diversity is being targeted, diversity fostering new and niche concepts, and finish with some key takeaways. The global beauty market in 2015 was marked with a key weakening of key emerging markets. Overall, growth maintained at just above 4.5%, reaching $426 billion in 2015. On the chart, you'll see that's indicated in the dark blue line. The upsurge in the premium segment dominates the scene, as the growth of 6% outpaced the mass segment for the first time in decades, to reach nearly $100 billion. Into the future, another $20 billion will be generated in the next 5 years, and 50% of that will come in from the two markets alone, US and from China. This graphic shows key regions around the world, and the darker the shade of blue, the higher the value of beauty in the region. The gap between Asia and Western Europe continues to widen over the past 5 years, and that's $134 billion compared to $91 billion in 2015, and reinforces the importance of the region for the global market. Within Asia, excluding Japan, there was an improvement in all countries except the Chinese world, that's China, Hong Kong and Taiwan, where the market was not really dynamic. China maintained a relatively stable performance at 7%, whilst India continued to post double-digit growth, especially within the mass segment, which was at 21%, and this was as disposable incomes keep rising and retailers such as Sephora expand their network. Other markets to note: Latin America, there was a slowdown because of Brazil, and Africa and Middle East has started downturn because of the Gulf countries due to the oil issue and political unrest. Though to note, there was some improvement in South Africa. In the key regions for premium, growth was either maintained or outpaced that of the previous year. In the Asia Pacific, premium growth maintained at 5% year-on-year growth in 2014 and 2015, whilst North America doubled its growth in premium on 2014, moving from 3% to 7%, with the US adding close to $2 billion in premium beauty alone. And in Western Europe, growth was maintained at about 2% in 2015. Premium segment growth was due to discretionary categories, namely fragrances, skincare, and colour cosmetics. Premium fragrances held the biggest weight in terms of absolute value growth in 2015 at $1.7 billion. And that's contrary to skincare in previous years. In terms of percentage growth, colour cosmetics stole the limelight here at almost 9% in 2015. To your right are some overarching trends which includes unique proposition, personalisation and authenticity, and fueled growth in brands that encompass these in their products. This slide shows a redefining of values and priorities leading to the birth of a new consumerism. Among the key shifts affecting the beauty industry are experience, and that's a prioritisation of doing and seeing and feeling over having more stuff. Consumers are seeking to do something different, searching for unique, often personalised experiences. And companies are looking to engage consumers in beauty trends that consider all of beauty. For example, Crib uses an app and sends beauty and wellness professionals to consumers' homes, combining beauty with yoga, massage, and fitness. The sharing economy is all about supply and demand, connecting people and businesses with resources to those who want them. It removes market efficiencies and has the potential to disrupt a wide range of sectors. Beauty subscription boxes and on-demand beauty services, for example the Glam app, has been at the centre of the industry's attempt to capitalise on this trend in this collaborative consumption. Trending up or trading down, and that's seen in the growth of the premium segment. Consumers are more than willing to compromise in some areas in order to splash out in others. Here are some key defining factors transforming beauty. In terms of lifestyles, a more holistic approach that considers skin, mind, and body is being adopted. As part of that, new concepts and product positioning are laying out a more diverse environment for encompassing such features. Alongside this, ethnic and cultural diversity fosters a new approach to innovation which caters for multicultural consumerism. Cross-regional influences are inspiring many companies to meet evolving beauty demands. And this has brought an influx of niche brands with a unique product position and experiential nature. Niche and digital go hand in hand. Increased digital engagement, particularly among the younger demographic, is enabling access to and further penetration of niche brands. Now let's look at some key demand factors behind diversity. An increasingly diverse consumer base, that is, changing ethnic, cultural and religious mix within Western societies is having an impact on consumer lifestyles, shopping behaviours and company strategies. Key factors affecting the mix of populations include people moving between countries and generally higher birth rates amongst ethnic communities. In 2013, 232 million people lived outside their country of origin. Asian communities are growing strongly in the US, Australia and Canada. Asians recently placed Hispanics as the largest wave of new immigrants to the US. In terms of Muslim population, there are more than 50 million in Europe. Other prospective markets include Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, as well as India, where there is a Muslim population of about 170 million. This adds further scope for products that is both allowed and suitable for non-Muslims, especially with products that deliver traditional ingredients such as or rose oil. Over the 5 years between 2015 to 2020, the population characterised as non-white races is expected to increase by 13 million compared to 1 million for white races. Ethnic consumers, particularly of Black and Latin origins, are projected to account for nearly 70% of total population growth over the next 5 years. Taking the UK, the world's 6th biggest beauty market, as an example, the foreign-born population, the proportion of the population, is expected to increase to almost a quarter of the total population to 2030, a large part of which will be mixed Indian and other Asian. In addition to positive migration flow to developed markets, increased affordability has led to growth in tourist traffic from developed markets. Data in this line chart shows projected arrivals to the US, Brazil, China, India and South Korea, all of which are on the rise. In terms of tourist activity globally, attractions held the largest market size, and that's indicated by the orange thick pie chart. That's followed by shopping and is another factor leading to growing interest in multicultural beauty. Estee Lauder's Wood Mystique product, for example, was launched for the Middle East consumers travelling to Western countries to tap into that growing demand, growing consumer flow to Western markets. Although domestic consumers accounted for most of the total, foreign consumers make up a significant part at over 35% in the US. And this demonstrates the relevance of having targeted offerings to cater to consumers of different ethnicities. The evolving demand for personalised solutions comes from growing urbanisation, which has coincided with growth in annual disposable incomes. Women with disposable incomes means they're in a stronger position to spend on beauty products. In some emerging countries, female participation in the workforce is higher than that of the global average. In China, 70% of women in the working age are employed, followed by Thailand and Brazil at just under 70%. The results from Euromonitor's beauty survey, comprising 23 survey markets globally, show a large number of respondents from emerging markets, including Indonesia and China, selected specific functions or benefits as features when buying facial moisturisers. Shown here, the demand for colour cosmetics is often driven by the desire for foundations that match darker skin tones more closely, at 60%. And so is a consideration for foundations containing titanium dioxide, a pigment base that is found in many cosmetic brands that cause ashy skin. In recent years, mainstream brands have attempted to capture a growing share of ethnic beauty market. For example, Yves Saint Laurent's Le Temps Touche Clair Foundation launched in 22 shades. Moreover, the results show a greater need for multiple benefits, as waterproof and sweat-proof feature was most predominant by ethnic consumers, highest among Black or Africans. The opportunities are beyond functionality, and here shows naturally positioned products more popular among ethnic consumers. Black women embrace natural hairstyles, and natural, organic, and ethical credentials were important. Black women were also known to spend more on the right products to suit their needs, such as those offering curl control, frizz control, or protection against hair damage. Targeting diversity. The latest in inclusivity and authenticity can be seen here. The Muslim consumer base has long been ignored in the fashion industry. However, with an estimated 2 billion Muslims in the world accounting for nearly 30% of the total world population, combined with rising spending power, companies are beginning to take notice of this key demographic. So far, clothing collections designed for Muslim consumers have been limited to stores in the Middle East. However, companies are missing out on potential growth in Western markets. Uniqlo's latest collection, collaboration with Hannah Tajima, is an example of how international companies can cater to this demographic. Partnering with an established British Muslim designer adds credibility and generates increased brand exposure. As young female Muslim consumers show greater interest in fashion, there is increasing demand for fashion-led items that adhere to Islamic requirements. Ethnic diversity has also had a profound effect on the food service landscape, leading to a greater variety of authentic, exotic cuisines in restaurants. Authenticity is key for ethnic food products, as consumers are no longer content with imitations adapted to Western tastes. This can be seen in the launch of products for specific audiences, and a couple of examples in the fast food category is shown. Targeted marketing campaigns support these products. For example, McDonald's @McD's Twitter account channels relevant and authentic content to American African community. In drinks, Heineken was hailed as the most multicultural drinks brand, and authenticity was key in achieving this. What are the key factors and challenges to consider? There are numerous overlaps and infinite variations within each of the groups, which makes multicultural beauty an intricately fragmented market. The extent of targeted beauty is inversely related to the unit cost, since the deeper down a company goes in terms of offering, the lower is the scale. Also, for some categories, it's more expensive to manufacture for ethnic consumers. For example, it is said that full foundation for Caucasian skin tone requires a maximum of 3 shades only. Finally, a lack of familiarity can add to cost as well as risk. In order to balance cost and return, multinational companies aim to keep their multicultural beauty strategy broad. There are some instances where manufacturers tweak their formulations to attract certain customers. When it comes to specialising, it is mostly niche brands, as their size allows them to delve deeper. In increasingly diverse markets, companies are adapting their strategies to be all-encompassing, focusing on points of interest across cultures. One type of marketing strategy is acquisition, which builds scale at a lower cost than starting from scratch. For example, Estee Lauder purchased a stake of Have & Be, a South Korean company behind brands Dr. Jart and Do the Right Thing, in order to tap into the growing demand of Korean beauty. Another strategy being employed is using different positioning for the same product, depending on local preferences. For example, in the Asia Pacific, consumers are concerned about the harmful impact of pollution. Olay is capitalising on this and reported to position Olay Total Effects in the anti-pollution segment in Asia. Moreover, a number of global ingredient manufacturers are setting up operations in emerging markets to access local ingredients. This makes it easier for brands to tailor their offerings, as familiar ingredients helps them to connect with consumers and improve their prospects without adding to cost. With a better understanding of diversity, companies are in a better position to tweak formulations to go deeper in the localization process. To meet Chinese women's needs, L'Oréal Paris developed the first ever shampoo range to provide a single solution to 2 seemingly different problems: oily scalp and dry hair. The product's formula features purifying salicylic acid and water-retaining sodium perlurinate. Similarly, Garnier Ultra 2 is a global range with local variants to suit different markets. The image to the top right is of an Ultra 2 range for China using honey. In India, on the other hand, the range features wheat germ, said to be a great source of vitamin E and well suited for the Indian consumers. Mary Kay's Youthfinity is an example of making continuous efforts to understand locals' needs and take up the company's corporate social responsibilities. The bottom right, India is the fastest growing market for Oriflame, a dedicated line featuring ingredients tea tree, aloe vera, rose, white rose, and ghee. Niche brands are characterised with specialised offerings by default. The reason being the smaller size helps them to have a narrow focus. To the left are two examples of niche brands with targeted ethnic benefits. Black Up is the first upscale beauty brand dedicated to women of colour and answers the specific needs of darker skin tones. In Nigeria, the company rose from 2% to 17% in premium colour in 2015. Auras is one of the largest ethnic hair care brands and claims to have products that helps to deliver natural healing and protection. For example, Auras hair mayonnaise is described as a rich green conditioning treatment of whole egg protein, olive oil, safflower oil, soybeans, wheat germ oil, metal, healthy, vibrant hair. To the right are religion-inspired niche brands. Aura is an Indonesian halal brand, and Himalaya is an Ayurvedic brand. You can see mortal sales have grown in Indonesia in the overall ingredient personal hair category from 2010 to 2015, and to the bottom, growth of Himalaya in Indian skincare. Moving on to diversity fostering new and niche concepts. Diversity is all about cultural, ethnic, religion, and cross-regional shifts, but it's also diversity in terms of product concepts tailored to specific needs and attitudes and lifestyle choices, many times expressed through niche, through growing brands and positioning. Looking at the fastest growing brands globally from 2014 to 2015 reflects the competitive landscape with diverse attributes. Large heritage brands are being challenged by an array of new and inspiring brands, including Dollar Shave Club, Roden & Fields, Innisfree, Wardle, and Aveda. Key characteristics defining this list is digital engaged, derma or health positioned, regional Korean, multicultural, natural, luxury, and trendy or fast fashion. Regional varieties offer inspiration for product format innovation and scope for routine expansion. When assessing product usage of hair treatment products, almost a third of respondents in Latin America said they use at least 2 products as part of their hair care routine, such as hair masks and conditioning treatments, compared to a much lower proportion in Asia. When it comes to format, a third of consumers in Asia, Middle East, and Africa use hair treatments in serum and oil format, and close to 40% use oil hair colorants in China and Nigeria. A similar analysis for product usage frequency. Close to 20% of consumers in Asia use facial mist on a daily basis, whilst this is the uncommon but widely expanding format in Europe and North America. An increasing number of formats were witnessed among facial cleansers, with oils being the top preference for cleansing in South Korea, and powders are used by 1 in 10 consumers in India and Nigeria. Carbonation is all the rage when it comes to cleansers. Carbonated face masks like that of Mizon are a popular cleansing trend. The process involves dunking your face in water, using a 1-to-1 ratio of carbonated water to warm tap water for 30 seconds to a minute. This invigorating technique was cross-regional concept inspiration. A lot of format has been around Asian beauty brands containing ingredients derived from foods, and in particular, fermented foods. Oscar's philosophy is all about providing skin with beneficial bioactive nutrients. It is one of the best ways they've found is by fermenting ingredients. In terms of textures, oils are now establishing themselves in hair care, and this and another area of product innovation in toners, moisturisers, as is Estee Lauder's micro essence, which is pictured, and use of texture in between shine essence. In formats and technologies, proliferation of face masks was seen. Eye, hand, feet, sleeping masks, a variety of populations and formats, ample and clay, as well as poorly plant derived, such as fermented sea kelp. Beyond new formats, beauty is seeking the adoption of smart beauty devices to measure the effectiveness of products. And these are already becoming a reality. Mushu Skin Detector tracks UV exposure and moisture content. To your top right, you can see Oku Personal Skin Coach was the first iPhone connected device that enables consumers to see below the skin surface and analyse their skincare concerns. Also using an app on mobile devices, roaming experts by adding highly concentrated active ingredients to reserve serum or lotion, depending on a user's needs. Then to one right is It Skin Toners, and that comes with 2 capsules in which users insert themselves into the toner to ensure product freshness. 3 versions, collagen, hyaluronic acid, and elastin, each containing 6,000 milligrams. So the toner itself changes colour after the capsules dissolve. On to drinks. The regional influences across the industry builds opportunities. Non-dairy milk alternatives, that is rice, almond, coconut, etc., showing the highest growth at 11.5%. Asia had dominated on this, but it's now spreading to the West. The natural, healthy, and nutritious positioning of these products are their main benefits. For example, walnut oil is promoted for its positive effects on brain function. As consumers in many countries seek to reduce their consumption of carbonates, they are turning to other alternatives such as RTD teas, ready-to-drink teas, that is, bottled water and Asian specialty drinks. Carbonated sodas are increasingly viewed as unhealthy because they typically contain artificial flavours, preservatives, and artificial sweeteners in addition to high sugar. While mindful of health concerns, consumers still want a refreshing beverage, and so RTD teas has one of the best prospects, and this has been shown through the growth of the beverage in North America. And this leads to further scope for proliferation in the niche segment. At the top left is Confiance. This skincare line was created specifically for Latinas and has already found success with its 3-item kit focused on alleviate dark spots, uneven skin tone, and hyperpigmentation. Marisha Extreme Mineral Cosmetics was set up by 3 sisters looking for a new halal and ethical range which is affordable yet does not compromise on quality. Incorporated is a company whose goal is to be the Procter & Gamble of personal care for people of colour, and Bevel is a dedicated range for men of African origin. In Western markets, Ayurvedic beauty taps into the natural organic space with the objective to benefit from growing health awareness and consumers' desire to eliminate harsh chemicals from their beauty routines. The key takeaways. Future investment needs a focused and balanced approach that is centered around relevance, localization, balance, and innovation. Relevance through identifying specific needs and making those authentic association with consumers. This could be a new positioning of products or brands which accommodate new lifestyle trends around skin, mind, and body. localization, about using local ingredients to serve local needs. This can involve adapting R&D strategies, such as setting up local manufacturing facilities, or this could be a niche review product and service. Balance. The overriding objective in addressing multicultural beauty is maximising quality options whilst keeping costs as low as possible. And innovation, about tapping into multi-benefit solutions. Innovation also encompasses products with a seamless experience, fast efficacy, and being digitally activated. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. I welcome any questions or comments that you have, and feel free to direct them to my contact details here as well.
ค่ะกรุณาปรบมือให้มิสเตอร์แลนด์นะคะ Thank you so much นะคะก็ขอสรุปเป็นภาษาไทยนิดนึงนะคะหัวข้อที่คุณลิลแลนด์พรีเซนต์ไปนะคะก็จะเป็นหัวข้อที่ชื่อว่า Transforming Beauty Through Diversity นะคะจากชื่อนะคะก็จะเห็นว่าทางเครื่องสำอางของเราตลาดเครื่องสำอางนะคะก็อาจจะมีการเปลี่ยนแปลงไปเนื่องจากว่ามีการย้ายถิ่นฐานของคนชาติต่างๆนะคะอย่างในสหรัฐอเมริกา 50% ของคนที่เกิดใหม่ในสหรัฐเนี่ยตอนนี้ไม่ใช่คนขาวไม่ใช่คนออริจินอลที่เป็นคนขาวนะแต่เป็นคนชาติอื่นทางเอเชียนะคะคนที่มาจากทางอเมริกาใต้หรือมาจากประเทศอื่นๆนะคะไปตั้งถิ่นฐานก็จะทำให้มันกระทบกับการตลาดในเครื่องสำอางในแต่ละถิ่นแม้แต่ในอังกฤษเองก็ตามนะคะจะเห็นว่าในปี 2016 กับปี 2030 เนี่ยค่ะจำนวนประชากรนะคะที่เป็นประชากรย้ายถิ่นฐานจากประเทศอื่นมาอยู่ที่อังกฤษจะเกิดมีประชากรที่ย้ายถิ่นฐานมากขึ้นเรื่อยๆนะคะดังนั้นแล้วตลาดเครื่องสำอางนะคะก็จะต้องคำนึงถึงตรงนี้ด้วยนะคะนอกจากนั้นแล้วนะคะการช้อปปิ้งที่มาจากการท่องเที่ยวนะคะก็จะทำให้ตลาดเครื่องสำอางเปลี่ยนแปลงไปเช่นกันนะคะอย่างคอสเมติกที่เป็นไฮมาร์เก็ตนะคะอันนี้เนี่ยมีการจำหน่ายเป็นการซื้อมากกว่าที่เป็นแมสโปรดักต์นะคะแปลว่าของแพงคนซื้อไม่ได้แปลว่าของแพงคนไม่ซื้อของแพงมีคนซื้อมากขึ้นและในอเมริกาของที่เป็นของแพงราคาแพงนั้น 35% ผู้ที่ซื้อเป็นคนที่เป็นนักท่องเที่ยวนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นอย่างเมืองไทยเราส่วนตัวอันนี้ก็คิดเหมือนกันว่าในเมืองไทยเราก็เช่นกันเรามีนักท่องเที่ยวมาเยอะขึ้นและเป็นทัวร์ช้อปปิ้งก็เยอะนะคะมาช้อปปิ้งทีซื้อเครื่องสำอางแพงๆมาเยอะแยะอันนี้ก็เป็นสิ่งที่น่าสนใจในตลาดนะคะขณะเดียวกันในเรื่องของราคาเราต้องรีบคิดราคาที่เป็นต้นทุนให้ต่ำและขณะเดียวกัน benefit เนี่ยก็จะต้องเป็นส่วนที่รับได้นะคะดังนั้นอาจจะต้องมีการทำ R&D ที่เปลี่ยนแปลงจากเดิมนะคะเป็น R&D ที่มีการใช้ต้องศึกษาตลาดก่อนว่าผู้ซื้อจะเป็นใครนะคะจะเป็นกลุ่มเฉพาะหรือเปล่าอย่างเช่นตอนนี้ฮาลาลก็มานะคะเครื่องสำอางฮาลาลก็มาควรจะมีอินกรีเดียนอะไรที่ใช้ได้บ้างในฮาลาลคอสเมติกอย่างเงี้ยนะคะอาจจะต้องมีการทำR&D ให้เหมาะกับแต่ละกลุ่มผู้ใช้นะคะปรับสูตรให้น่าสนใจขึ้นแบบนี้นะคะก็หวังว่าทุกท่านจะได้รับประโยชน์จากหัวข้อนี้นะคะแล้วก็หัวข้อต่อไปนะคะจะเป็นหัวข้อเกี่ยวกับโลหะหนักนะคะซึ่งก็น่าสนใจเหมือนกันเนื่องจากว่าใน USP หรือว่า United States Pharmacopoeia ฉบับที่ 232 หัวข้อที่ 233 นะคะมีการบรรจุเข้าไปนะคะว่าจะมี ICH Guideline ด้วยนะคะที่จะมีบรรจุเข้าไปว่าควรจะมีการทดสอบ impurity ที่เกี่ยวกับโลหะหนักและควรจะทำเช่นไรนะคะเดี๋ยวหัวข้อนี้จะ present โดยคุณทรานนะคะเป็นหัวข้อต่อไปและก็จะมีส่วนที่เป็นแหลมตัวนะคะค่ะซึ่งตอนนี้วิทยากรของเราพร้อมแล้วนะคะก็ขอแนะนำวิทยากรของเรานะคะมิสทรานทีนแนนนะคะเป็น Head of Atomic Spectroscopy ของบริษัท Analytic Jena Far East นะคะขอแนะนำการศึกษาของคุณแทนและก็ประสบการณ์เป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะคะ She has been extensively involved with the development and application of AAS, MPAES, ICP-OES, and ICP-S instruments. She has written many applications articles and published papers in international scientific journals.Tran received her bachelor degree in chemistry from Faculty of Science, University of Saigon. After settling in Australia, she completed an additional bachelor degree in applied science and applied chemistry in Queensland Institute of Technology, as known as Queensland University of Technology nowadays, in Brisbane. She worked at Varian Australia for over 23 years and at Agilent Technology for 4 years, and now her passion for atomic spectroscopy continues with analytics